Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is absolutely insane, okay? Now, I've been in tax practice for about 13 years, which isn't as long as some other people, but it's long enough to know that this is insane, and I don't know if it's happened before. I'm sure it's happened at some point, but it does not happen very frequently, where Congress passes tax law in the middle of tax season that affects the tax returns we are currently filing, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of updates of what I know about what's in this new bill, and then also why you might need to just hang on and not file your tax return yet. Or if you've already filed it, what you need to do because of this new bill. Now, the bill passed the House, it passed the Senate, it now goes back to the House. The reason I believe I'm not a huge political commentator or anything on like that, but the Senate changed the bill a little bit, so it has to go back to the House. It has to be reconciled. The two bills are a little bit different. Once they get reconciled, I think then it goes to the president for signature. From everything I've read, it sounds like that is very, very likely that it's going to pass, and it's going to pass fairly close to what's in the bill right now, and then it'll go to the president for signature. So what is in there? First of all, why do you need to potentially wait to file your tax return? What is Congress thinking, okay? Now, I get it. They're trying to help people out, all right? So I'm not necessarily questioning that piece of it, but it is March 9th. We're filing tax returns that are due in the next 4 to 5 weeks, and we've been filing them since February 12th when the IRS opened up the filing season, okay? Now, the thing that's in the current bill is unemployment benefits. A lot of people got unemployment benefits last year because of COVID and for various other reasons. They've decided to now make those tax-free income. So they will not be part of your taxable income up to $10,200 of unemployment benefits for anyone making $150,000 or less. Now, that's probably the married filing joint number. There's probably a single filer number that's half of that, so maybe 75,000. But I've got tax returns that fit this that I've already filed and have been submitted to the IRS. So we're going to need to amend those because I don't think that they're going to just make that adjustment automatically. Be nice if they would, and maybe they actually will. Maybe the IRS will come out, but that's going to be a huge burden on the IRS. So my guess is they're going to make us file amended returns in order to claim a refund for the taxes paid on those unemployment benefits. So if you have unemployment benefits and you haven't pressed submit yet, hang on to it because, no need to go and file an amended return if you can just wait. Now, if you're getting a refund already anyway, maybe you want to go ahead, file it, get the refund, and then file the amendment later because you want that refund and you need the money now. But if you can, I'd wait. It's much easier to wait than to file the amendment. The next one is the premium tax credit. The premium tax credit is if you get your health insurance from the marketplace and you qualify to get assistance to help pay your premium through the premium tax credit. Well, the premium tax credit, real briefly, is an advance of what they expect your tax credit to be. And so when you do the return, you have to reconcile that because you do it based on projected income. So on your tax return, if you projected your income to be lower last year than what it ends up being on your tax return, you're going to owe part of that premium tax credit back that you took each month through reduced healthcare premium payments. They're basically saying that they're going to put a hold or a holiday on repaying the premium tax credit. So if you estimated your income to be lower than it actually is, you owe some premium tax credit back. They're going to say, don't worry about it. We don't want you to pay it back just for 2020 because of everything that was going on and the income was all over the place. It was really hard to estimate your income. We don't want to put that burden on you to have to pay that back. I have a couple of clients, $10,000 to $15,000 worth of premium tax credits because their income was quite a bit more than they expected that they won't have to pay back that they otherwise would have. Again, hold your return if you're looking like you're going to have to pay back some of this premium tax credit. Or if you've already filed your return, plan on amending it some point in the future once this bill passes. What else is in the bill? The new stimulus check is in the bill. Sounds like it's $1,400 per person, up to similar caps that were last time. So for individuals, I think it's $75,000, phases out fully at $80,000. For married filing joint, it's $150,000 to $160,000. So those are a little bit lower than they were last time. But if your income was under that range in 2019 when you filed your return, and it's going to be above that range in 2020, you're going to want to wait to hold your return so that you get the stimulus check then file your return. Otherwise, if you file it now and they end up looking at the 2020 return and it doesn't qualify, then you're not going to get it. The other thing is if your 2019 income was higher than these limits, and so when they look at 2019, they're not going to give you the stimulus payment, but your 2020 income was significantly lower, even if there's unemployment, even if there's premium tax credit, you might want to go ahead and file it because your income is lower, in hopes that it'll get processed in time, and when they send the stimulus checks, they'll look at 2020 instead of 2019, and you'll get it based on those numbers. Now, just like last year, if you don't get it now, but you do qualify for it, it's an advance of a 2021 tax credit. So when you go to file your return next year, you will get it on the tax return. And again, that's how it's working. I have plenty of clients this year, and I know a lot of people still don't quite understand this, but those stimulus checks were an advance on a tax credit that we are calculating on your 2020 return. It's the same thing it will likely be this time. They're giving you an advance of a tax credit we will calculate on your 2021 return. So if you actually qualify for it, you'll get it when the return is filed, even if you don't get it now. Now, I know you want it now, but those are some of the strategies on what to do based on 2019, 2020 income, whether you should file or not file quickly or hold it. And the last thing with that is this stimulus check will not only go out to you and your spouse if you're married and your children dependents, but it goes to adult dependents too. Previously, I think it was you had to be under 17. Now it goes to other dependents as well, and it's $1,400 for everyone, I believe, is what it's looking like. So this is a very significant stimulus payment. Now, I'm not getting into whether or not you agree with what Congress is doing or not. I'm just helping you understand what's in the bill, what's going to come out. There's plenty of other provisions, I'm sure, in the bill, but those are the big ones that are affecting you as an individual and are affecting the fact that we're currently filing tax returns right now that are going to need to be amended potentially. And so, I'm trying to hold the ones that could be affected, but that makes it very difficult. The other thing they're talking about is extending tax season, which don't get me on that one again, because I think it's ridiculous that they would extend it. We already have an automatic extension that we can file for. No need to extend tax season and just drag this out and anything like that. So a lot of gray hair this year coming from Congress. Happened last year too, but man, they're doing it in the middle of tax season, affecting tax returns that we've already filed or are about to file every day. And so I'm asking, get it together and pass these things earlier so that we can plan for them and so that we don't have to waste all this time going back and changing returns. My name is Brad. I'm with Wooten CPA. My goal is to bring peace to your finance and tax responsibilities. That's becoming harder and harder every day with Congress passing new bills in the middle of tax season. But I hope these videos are helping you out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you get notified of new videos as they come out. Thanks.